I've been sipping on this juice and I just hit him for his brick. I'm tripping off my chili and I ain't tripping off no bitch. Said money isn't everything, some stupid ass shit. Cause I ain't never had no problems that the chili couldn't fix. I'm out here getting money, spent that chili on my bitch. I heard he wanted issues, so I bought some extra clips. If it's pressure, I got extras, put a body on my stick. She said she found somebody else, she find that nigga in that ditch. My little bitch kinda toxic, but I love her, she can't breathe without me. Hate when she alone, she swear that she can't sleep without me. Let her play her part to the letter, hard to be without me. Ex is still broke, said she can't afford to bleed without me. Broke baby mama, the only thing that she gon' be without me. Keep it in the tuck, I'm a shooter, they gon' see about me. Shoot your left eye for the chili, how I creep about me. Tell her best friends I'm getting money when they speak about me. Swear to God, oh, bitch, chilled up, 100 on the ground by the pound, told him pick him up. Oh, bitch, chilled up, chopper with a drum, 100 rounds, told him pick him up. Oh, bitch, chilled up, 100 on the ground by the pound, told him pick him up. Oh, bitch, chilled up, chopper with a drum, 100 rounds, told him pick him up. Now I've been gone for a minute, let me remind that nigga. Mr. 40 to your fade and push your line back, nigga. Got his zone where he sleep, ain't hard to find that nigga. Or he a NASCAR fan, a Glock could dry that nigga. Got the lows for the cheap, put them hoes on the street. You acting bold on IG, well I crash and repeat. Don't let that bitch hype you up, I leave you cold in the street. K and lift the nigga up, so I'll blow it at his feet. Put a body on my bitch and my switch like they best friends. Call of Duty guns ain't got no FNs. They say be the bigger person, some shit I can't let live. Headshots to change your mind, ain't thinking about no best shit. My whip from overseas, my weed is domestic. Beat a nigga like a bitch, like I'm trying to go domestic. The guns don't test it, write the name, you got that message. Bring that drama where you live, it's like the young and the restless. Swear to God, oh, bitch, chilled up, 100 on the ground by the pound, told him pick him up. Oh, bitch, chilled up, chopper with a drum, 100 rounds, told him pick him up. Oh, bitch, chilled up, 100 on the ground by the pound, told him pick him up. Oh, bitch, chilled up, chopper with a drum, 100 rounds, told him pick him up. Oh, hoes on the street, acting bold on IG, I crash and repeat, nigga. 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me, and now remember I was broke, I never let him homie.
Shit, but yeah, man, you know, at that time, you know, like I said, I just met Harry-O maybe one time in CDC, man, just passing by. I don't know the man personally. I don't even know why my name is attached to that man. All praise to him and respect to him. You know, he did his time, but I'm not into that politics on what that man did. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I have no idea why that was even put out there like that. So
wait, so is Harry-O, is your relationship with Harry-O somehow tied to the bullshit that happened to you at No Jumper?
That's a negative.
Okay.
Like I said, I have no idea how that story came about.
Okay.
Like I said, I have no discussion. I have never discussed anything about Harry-O. Like if we talking rich, you know what I'm saying? If you know Travis like I know him, then you know about Dash Network. Yeah. Dash Network. Okay, so that's the only business and communication that we had amongst myself, Wack, Travis Ford, and Mozzie, and Luce Cannon at that point in time, you know, as a business. For me, I've been knowing Luce Cannon since he was like 18. I would take it, you know, in and out the system. I was, you know, going to bid like in 2007, and I ran across, it might have been 2007, 2008, don't get me wrong, but somewhere around that time, I think he was in Adelanto County Jail. I think where the misconstrued people think I was talking about, you know, so I heard somebody mention. Yeah, because niggas think that you was in the penitentiary with him. That's a negative. I don't even believe that man been in the pen. No, I don't think he ever been in the pen either. In Adelanto County, that's up the hill, right? That's correct. Yeah, that's what is that, like Victorville? Not Victor. Is that Victorville? Yeah. Yeah, is that San Bernardino County? Yeah. Okay. San Bernardino County is the biggest county in the world. Yeah, so that's where the farm and all that's at. What's the farm? Yeah, I'm not even familiar with that. You know, I don't know what the farm is. Yeah, because when I got locked up in Riverside, and they used to, the San Bernardino dudes used to always be like, yeah, they got something called the farm in San Bernardino. Yeah, well, that might be a drug. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't speak on something I don't know. But, you know, at that little time when I was fighting my case and doing, you know, getting ready to, you know, handle my business, I was fighting the case at that time. So I was in the county for a nice little minute, fighting my case like 2 years. So, that's when I had met him, and then, we was cool. Well, you know what I'm saying? Rapping, he told us about, he was a producer. But when he said Luce Cannon, the funny thing, we all used to laugh because he used to say he was the Cannon, Cannon. See, I'm 50. So for me, all I remember was that's a DJ from somewhere off the East Coast.
So look, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Don Cannon, who you talking about, is one of my close personal homies. I could call him right now.
Get out of here.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
His tag is Cannon.
So Don Cannon is the general. He's one of the owners of Generation Now. That's what he does now. He owned Lil Uzi and Jack Harlow.
That's crazy. So when he used to go by Luce Cannon, he said he was the producer. He said that was his tag.
Wait, he was claiming. Wait, hold on. He was claiming Don Cannon's tag.
Man, whoever tag is Cannon.
Man, this nigga is crazy, bro. Ha.
And it's not even about trying to exploit nobody. It's just like, bro, he was, he always, another way what I'm saying, I took him as always being cool, just, not saying that he didn't mention any of those things that he's saying now. But at the same time, did I see that? No, I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Is that something that you would see in a person? Depending on how you look at people, if you see them, you can take it as, you being locked up and a nigga throwing hands all day, or you put niggas on his pockets all day. That was none of the above.
So when you was locked up with him, all right, let me ask you two questions before we go, because this is just the backstory, the precursor to how we got to you even being at No Jumper.
Yeah,
when you was locked up with him in Adelanto, was he banging 60 Crip then?
Yeah, he was. I give him that. He said that.
Was he putting in work and taking his mandatory issues as a 60 Crip?
That's what I want to say, because, for me, we all from somewhere. And we was, like I said, we was basically bunkies. So we was all, it was like, 4 of us, if everybody know how the Adelanto jail goes, it's like you're in a little cubicle. You see what
so
I'm saying?
you was in a dorm?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all not in cells, y'all dorm living?
Yeah, we dorm living.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like an 80, 90 man dorm. I can't remember. It's so long ago. You see what I'm saying? So we talking about 2007. So we looking like, damn near over, almost like 17, 16 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So when I say that, if you go back to the date, I think his age is about 33, 34.
Nah, so wait. You saying his age currently is 33, 34?
Yeah.
No, that nigga's 40. That nigga's like 42. He got a twin brother. His twin brother already put that out. Go watch Street TV with Alex Alonso. The twin brother put the whole woo-wop out. Bro got an identical twin. He Tremaine, the brother is Jermaine. He the only nigga that say he 8 years younger than his twin brother. That nigga got a twin brother, and his twin brother even went out the way and said that the whole Luce Cannon shit was because them niggas used to watch wrestling and all that type of shit, off some WWF shit.
Yeah. Well, that put like this, as far as that, I don't know that backtrack, but what I can say, that just goes to say, well, he coming with some fascinating stories, man. Let's start there.
Wait, before we get to the stories, back one more jail question. So when y'all was locked up and y'all was doing y'all time, I ain't saying that, everybody got a place in the jail. Some niggas draw pictures, some niggas do haircuts, everybody got a lane. Was there any aggression out of him? That, because you know how we know him from the internet. Was there any aggression from this nigga in those times?
Nah, what he was doing, he was rapping. We was all, just cracking jokes and rapping.
So he was a nigga who got the music and all that kind of stuff, and that's kind of how you do your time. You stay out the way, a nigga do the beat for you, you got the songs, and that's how niggas, that's how you chill.
Yeah, cracking jokes and shit. Yeah, we making time fly. That's it. Man. And, my man, he was funny, man. He had a little incident up in there to where he got carted out. You know what I mean? And we just always laughed at that, man. And I never took it as serious. It's just some young niggas doing some young shit in jail. Like I said, I'm older than him. So,
Wait, what kind of incident did he have?
Oh, man, we gonna talk about that, a different story. We gonna talk about that probably offline, man.
Okay, say less. Was understood, don't gotta be explained.
Yeah, it's just, it's something for the laugh, just for people that know.
Hey, do it got something to do with that nigga taking that bad pill and that fentanyl?
I don't know about no. See, because you gotta think about this. When I'm talking about this time, we talking about 2007, right?
Oh yeah, that's before the fentanyl.
Yeah, so get that, all that me saving his life and hit that nigga with the other shit. I don't know nothing about that.
Bro, what I think is that nigga took a Thorazine and a Seroquel and started tripping. That's what it sound like.
Well, see, I'm not a nigga that pop pills. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in the med line. You feel what I'm saying? So
You ain't doing the Thorazine shuffle and the Seroquel shake.
See what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? Nigga crazy.
Bro, I did time, my nigga. I know what the fuck it look like.
But for us out here in Cali, there is a rule behind that. You know what I'm saying? As people that's affiliated,
you can't be off the psych. You can't be off the psych meds if you active.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you hit them yards, right, you usually in the desert somewhere, right? So if you taking something, that means when it's hot outside, you can't come out them cells, right?
Them hot meds.
So that means that numbers is down. You know what I'm saying? So nigga, all that shit, nigga, I need to go get some, because niggas be fiends and drug addicts out here, low key, man. That shit don't count. You know what I mean? I don't know where, what side of the field everybody else from, but I was real orchestrated, when it comes to this. So when people talk about me moving foul or going up somewhere where I'm not wanted, that'll never happen.
Man,
I have no reason to look for anybody to do anything in a negative way. If I'm doing anything, it's always with a positive note.
That's real.
And after being honest, and it's like, I got documentation to explain, like, bro, I'd never be in that position. And if you come from where I come from, you don't do things like that because you got to be accountable for all your actions. I'm not by myself. I got a family. I got kids. I'm from somewhere. So if you a real boss and you thinking ahead of time, a real soldier, come on, man, you got to know how to lead. Because if you don't, you get your soldiers behind you hurt.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see me by myself as a leader, I have no fear, bro. You see what I'm saying? Is it always in the back of my mind? Of course. You know what I'm saying? At any time, if I thought it was some type of ill way, I would have never went up there, bro. I was invited.
So yeah, let's get to that. Did you? Okay, so they telling the story like you just went up there on a random day. You ain't have nothing else to do, so you just ended up at no jumper, and it just happened to be Wack and Luce Cannon in the parking lot. But from what the streets is telling me, you got text messages and all that where Luce Cannon invited you up there.
Correct. You know what I mean? So when I say, like, remind you, me and Luce Cannon have the report. I have met Wack times before this time, you know what I'm saying? But this was a more closer interaction. Before, when I have met Wack, I've always, and that's why I said my respect for Wack was that way, because, if he was like, if you want to holler at me about some business, just be ready about your business. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have all your stuff in order. You know what I mean? So when I'm talking about dealing with artists and all that, I can't be coming half-stepping with the artists, some people superstars before they even, drop the album yet. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So I never went to them, you know what I'm saying, and asked for anything or try to do anything. And this was the closest I got because Luce Cannon was dealing with him. And I felt like that rapport that we had, you know what I'm saying, we always was cordial. I didn't see no ills in it, you know what I'm saying? So we connected. I seen him doing his thing on YouTube. I tapped in with him. He'd be right back. You know what I'm saying? And we spoke, you know what I mean? And, everything I'm telling you, I could validate from you. You know what I'm saying? From everything to congratulating him when he just had his newborn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got pictures of me right there in Las Vegas with him and Wack at a dinner table with their wives and their family. You see what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. Wack wife or you talking about R&B?
Well,
because one ain't like the other, big dog.
Okay, man. Look, R&B, let's go there, man. Respectfully. You know what I mean? She was there, and also with Cannon, his wife. She was pregnant at the time. And Mozzie, the owner of Dodge, his wife. It's well documented. We was there. We had a nice time. We talked about, the connection between Dodge Network and that was really on Dodge Unlocked, which is Travis's network up under Dodge. That's what we was trying to bring the show up on. You know what I'm saying? I guess it was some agreement between, we was trying to get some together, like the exposure show, if I'm not mistaken. And, and that just prolonged. And, in business, that can happen for multiple reasons. You know what I mean? Everybody paperwork probably wasn't even ready yet. So that's why I look at the situation like that. You know what I mean? Because that's where the discrepancies was coming from.
So prior to all this, you, Wack, Luce Cannon, and the dude from Dodge, the owner, was Mozzie. He was y'all was politicking the whole show.
Yeah.
So you not a stranger to these niggas. You not some random person off the street.
No, bro, negative. Not at all.
Yeah, because they trying to paint you like a random J-Cat.
I know, and I got to clear that up because I have kids, man. Respectfully. I'm 50 years old, man. I got damn near a son, you know what I'm saying, close
and
to
then
his age.
I did a little digging, but you do community work now, like gang prevention and all that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Me doing that time, I give, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, no, they from what I've been hearing from some dudes your age, you give a lot of time to kids who ain't yours to keep them out of situations that you've been through, and I can respect that.
And that's what it was about. You know what I mean? I respected the fact that Wack has that communication with Nick Cannon and things like that. Man, I look up to stuff like that, because these are people that paved the way. And I'm somebody that just graduated from LA Film and Recording School, so I do audio production. I'm going for my BA right now.
Congratulations.
Person. You see what I'm saying? I got out, and I'm 50 years old, just got my first college degree.
That's right.
You see, so I have a story to tell. So for me, being there is only to get my people in the right position. And what drives me to get to explain some things, because I don't have to explain anything. And I'm not even upset at these men. It's just for the fact that you want to broadcast it. I don't get that, and the lies behind it. When my whole family know I was excited about these gentlemen. You see what I'm saying? They want to work with them, because it's not only something for me. You know what I mean? As African men, we want to be that person to be able to bring our family about the trenches. You see what I'm saying? It hurts to see when your family ain't got it, or you can't make that phone call to get your family out. And if you got people in position, I don't go nowhere with my hand out. I come up there with a nonprofit organization. You see what I'm saying? I got an entertainment company. We have the Dodge Network that was coming, and a whole bunch of other things, man. It wasn't no, I'm a random person just hanging out and want to holler at Wack. What I'm gonna do that for, man? That don't make no sense. I'm not somebody that's ignorant.
So,
and for somebody to try to play me like that, that's where we have to stop that narrative.
So what was your reasoning for? So why did Luce Cannon invite you up to No Jumper that day?
From my understanding, the day prior, which was Christmas, from my understanding, they had worked out the paperwork situation between Mozzie, Wack, Travis, and Luce Cannon, and so forth. So from that point on, it's been a couple of months. So now it sounded like we was moving forward.
Okay.
But at that day, from the 25th, the address and all that stuff was split out. And I think if you get more and more word, I think Travis got that information. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have my phone. You know what I'm saying? My original phone. So some things didn't come through, didn't sink through. But I believe Travis got that because Travis forwarded the text message to me. And so that's why I ended up going. Now, what everybody else did after that, I have no idea. The reason why I'm saying that is because if we agree upon a meeting, and this is the time that we're supposed to be there, I'm going to make that time because I'm on business time. You see what I'm saying? It's the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? If we got something going in motion, it's time to get it popping. And that's where my mind frame was. My mind frame wasn't on anything, no drama. It wasn't no drama for me. So if you could see, you know what I'm saying, because I looked at the video, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so from looking at the video, all right, well, before we get into the video, because I'm trying to keep it in order.
Correct.
Why didn't you go up? Well, because you didn't think that it was hostile, so you didn't need to go up there with no homies because it wasn't an I need the homie situation. You was going up there to close a deal.
Correct. So not only that, why go somewhere when, not saying that, no man can control another man. Let's start there. But I would not put my homies in a situation to where, just say, for instance, that did happen like that. That this would be a whole, even if it would be a conversation at this time, the conversation could be totally different because when you bring people into a situation like that, something bad could happen. So I'm already knowing that. That's why I walk around by myself. Now, if you want to do what you want to do to me, that's fine. As you can see, I got up and walked away. So that should let you know I got something on my side. I'm not just an ordinary person. And to my brother that was with me as well.
Now, was he really a pastor, or is that just what people are saying?
Like this, a man is a God-fearing man. He goes out and he does speak to the community. He's from out of San Bernardino. You know what I mean? He did a lot of time, so he's well known. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. You see what I'm saying? He is involved in the church and involved in the community. Now, is he from somewhere? Maybe he does have a past. You know, from I'm known to be from Gilbert Street, which is some Bloods, if I'm not mistaken.
That's out of San Bernardino.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, does he know Luce Cannon as well, too, or he met Luce Cannon that night?
Matter of fact, I think he had the opportunity to meet Luce Cannon. One time I introduced ice cream studios in downtown Los Angeles. I invited Luce Cannon, and two of the gentlemen, I think it's the white boy and the guy in the red jacket on that video, came down to the studio. We kicked it for a few. You see what I'm saying? They came in the studio, saw the session. I believe it was me, Travis, the gentleman that was there, and the runners in the studio. Yep, we had a 12-hour block that day, so you know what I mean. So this is on many occasions before this incident, you know.
Okay, so so now we're gonna get into the good part, but I just wanted to get the stage set, because the first question I wonder was, why this nigga went up there by himself with no blower or without no homies? But it makes sense because y'all had pre-existing conversations for months. It looked like y'all finna close a deal. Y'all not no little kids. These is grown men, 45 and up. You feel me? So everything, y'all done went to dinner, y'all done met wives. It makes sense.
So that's exactly the reason. You know what I mean? There's no other way I could describe it, man. If I could tell you why did that happen the way it did, I don't know. You know, from the looks of it, it's like, you know, to run content. You know what I mean? But, you know, everybody is not meant to be made of content. You know what I mean? You could, you know, if that's what you want to do, or if you was upset at something about this, you can't even say you upset at me about something. Because, I mean, what you're saying is that you don't know me. And, you know, that's just crazy. So, unless you want to tell me this is that nigga twin brother or something, you know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? I don't know. Somebody tell me something.
What was the conversation like before? So, now we get to the point where, well, let me ask you this question. Did Adam 22 know you was in there?
Well, when I got to the, because you can see, when I show you after we get off, right, you can see the messages. I'm letting them know I just pulled up. But as I'm walking up, Adam is walking out the door as well.
Okay.
So I shake Adam in, and I tell Adam, hey, what's up with it, Jreed? Because, you know, I'm one of them people, man. I don't go nowhere and I don't introduce myself.
Yeah, that's hospitality. You don't walk in nobody's house and not speak.
Correct. So I'm going to tell you how this play out. So I talk to him, you know, I even mentioned a few people that I know that's been up there. You know, Tiny Gun is somebody I'm familiar with. Luce, my boy, the Gun.
Shout out to my bro, Tiny Gun. That's my nigga. Shout out to Tiny Gun.
For sure, you know what I mean? And these well-documented people I've been dealing with. So when it comes to, you know, worried about what neighborhood a person from, I have no, bro, I did a lot of time in the pen. I was a nigga with the phone. So that means I was running plays all day for the whole yard. Essays, black, Mexicans, whites. For some odd reason, you can call it what you want, but I was one of the smartest niggas on the yard to be able to hold that phone for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's smooth.
Like this, niggas have problems with their families or their kids, their mamas dying. Guess who they was able to come to?
That's real.
Jreed. And you know that means a lot.
No, that's real. That contact is key. A lot of people don't understand how important that contact is.
That's the key to life. Everybody do the rule. You have 5 minutes, nigga. That means you better not be on there with baby mama asking if she fucking another nigga. Yes, she is, nigga. Get the fuck off the phone, nigga.
Get to the point.
If we ain't asking for no money, for no package, or some dope to get thrown up on the door, from the way we was throwing this shit up on there, then there's no reason to be on the phone. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how niggas get caught. We ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was able to move around, and that's why I'm good with moving around the way I move. I know a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of good. And you know, when you do a lot of good in this world, it comes back to you. You see what I'm saying? And me being from the system, prison system, man, nobody jump on nobody like that, bro. If you want a fair one, get a fair one. And that's what tripped me out, because I'm looking at the phone, you know, because we talking about a spreadsheet now.
Yeah, so that's another thing. What was the conversation like leading up to it? Now that we got it clear that obviously Adam 22 didn't have nothing to do with this and all that, because the world gonna want to know what did Adam did or what he didn't know, so we can make it clear that Adam 22 didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Bro was just really doing his job.
But you know, I'm gonna always put it like that, because you know, I'm a person from the streets. Now, directly knowing or indirectly, doesn't matter. Because for one, if somebody is at my facility, bro, at the Deuce District Recording Studio, guess what my #1 job is? To make sure everybody get home safely.
Facts.
Let's start there. We could miss it. Nobody's a kid right here, bro. Everybody's adults. When you mess around, that's just like me being at your house, and I got proof behind what I'm talking about in life tragedies. When somebody do something at your facility, bro, you are the motherfucker that people is coming to. Period. Now, did he know? I don't know. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Would he have wanted something like that to happen? I don't know. But one thing I can say, man, you got to be able to, you know, be able to step up forward and maybe acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? As a businessman, as a stand-up guy, guess what I would do if somebody had this and shit like that at my spot? And I didn't know what was going on. Guess what? I'm going to reach out and make sure, man, you straight? Because everybody from the mix that it was like, it was serious on that tape to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't know. Most times people don't make it out alive from that. You see what I'm saying? So that's a very serious situation. So whether you want to put yourself out of that situation or not, man, I'm 50 years old. I'm not a kid. We could play, oh, that ain't me. No, that ain't you. That's for sure. But if you want to try to scoot away from that on your end, that's fine too. If you want to disassociate yourself with that, that's fine too. Sometimes you got to think about certain things before it even happens, man. You got to be 10 steps ahead of the game. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You feel me?
So
as we go and check out, as I go in, as Adam walks out, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about standing there, you know, because I was told to stand outside, you know, and I was like, you know, that's cool for a minute, because he was like, man, the show already open. And so I was under the impression that we was going on there to introduce the venture between Dodge Network and Expose. This, you know, this
is the conversation you having between you and Luce Cannon at the moment, right before he sucker punched you.
Well, before that, what he was talking about was subscribers, right? Now, I do music, so I was trying to get familiar with the subs. What's the meaning of subs? Now, you know, they had, you know, I give them props for that, because they was, you know, Wack was always explaining to me what the subs was, you know, and how some people could alter subs, you know what I mean? And so that was a topic about Dosh Network having 80K subs. Now, how can you have 80K subs? Which I also agree. How can you have 80K subs on the station and you don't have no shows? You see what I'm saying? I know, nigga, when I want to watch Luce or my girl want to watch Baddies or something, you know, we pay no subscriptions. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we watching it off somebody else's shit. Sometimes we not. So that means that number will either fluctuate or, you know what I'm saying, by a lot or a little. So that number might not be that number. So from my understanding, that's what they was trying to get a look into. And on the flip side, to make it more accurate, I felt like somebody on the other side didn't feel like they needed to open up their books.
What you mean? Wait, hold on. So Wack and Luce Cannon didn't want to open up their books?
No, Mozzie
didn't want to open up his books.
Yeah, about why they wanted to see, you know, about what the network was making. But even for me, I understood, because how can we negotiate deals if we don't have, you know, the right understanding? But that's neither here nor there when we're talking about an incident, because that has nothing to do with me. I don't run Dosh Network. You see what I'm saying? So I have no answers for that. So if you see me looking for in that conversation, that's what Luce Cannon is talking to me about. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm kind of confused, like, okay, why are we talking about that? And at that moment, that's when the next gentleman was called over there. So you see me looking at the phone.
Is that the dude who had that red cookies jacket on?
No. At that time, I think I'm looking at Wack phone. I'm not sure. I'm looking at somebody's phone.
Okay.
And as I was looking at the phone, as I'm looking at the phone, you know, they trying to explain to me about, you know, this ain't a spreadsheet. This is more like a bank account. And so, you know, I'm looking at it, and next thing you know, boom, bow, bing. Just like that. So I'm confused all the way around. You know, and that's all I could say about it. You know, I'm not, you know, like I said, I don't have no ill feels. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, it just doesn't make any sense.
So wait, so you didn't say nothing to him. There was no argument. There was no back and forth. Y'all talking about spreadsheets and numbers, and he just fired on you.
Yep.
Like no nothing. Like you ain't even like breathe wrong. No nothing. He just fired on you.
No.
Hey, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it has to be they setting you up for content, because why is there a camera already rolling?
Man, put like this, and that's what tripped me out, because it's a white girl filming.
A white girl?
So I'm just like, man, you know, and that's what get me about this whole situation, that, you know, that place. You know, you got, you know, these white folks that put us black men on this content, and players like sex players do all that other stuff. And the next thing you know, me doing what I try to do, I try to stay out the way, get my education, help my community, help my family, my loved ones, anybody I can, because whatever help I get, man, God has blessed me tremendously. And for me to get jumped on like that, man, niggas ain't out here getting after these foul police. You know what I'm saying? As we sitting here watching niggas get killed right in our face. But for people to sit here and parade and want to show that on network like this is the thing to do, that's where it confuses me. And that's why I have to speak up. Because not only that, man, I'm grown. You know, my kids is hurt behind that. I would never do that to another man. And then not only that, who puts it on? Like, come on. I'm going to tell you like this, man. I know people that got killed for having that camera out. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but since you want to be the one holding the camera, because you feel like this is your thing to do. Not saying that comes from me, but I'm just saying the things that people do, it only has to be for content. Because these type of games is very dangerous. I tell a person off top, you ain't got to worry about me. It's my loved one, my family members, the people that I know I done gave my heart to and still do.
Yeah, because bro done whipped the blower out on you and all kind of shit.
And, you know, and that alone, you want to put that on camera?
Yeah, and that dummy already got a fucking active warrant for beating up the bitch.
Like, see, you know, I don't know nothing about that, because I don't even dig into people's lives. Like, I don't get into that. When I tell you, man, I'm so focused on just business, and anybody that know me, man, I've been pushing Deuce District, hashtag enough is enough, all about my community, my clothing brand, for ever since I've been here, man. You know what I mean? Since I didn't touch down. Back out here in society, man. That's all I could do, because I don't have no time to play, because I know what God told me, brother. And now I'm going to keep that real. This ain't no faking me. This is how I really am. So when a person hear me talking, they understand that's Jreed. You know what I'm saying? And to mark it off, there is a difference between Jreed and Droop.
Right.
So that other name and the numbers that come for that name, yeah, I am somebody, bro. Just because I don't have to glorify none of that, because that's not what we do as gangsters. We move in silence here. I'm not here to glorify none of that. I'm here, man. I'm here to take care of business, and if you about taking care of your business, then I'm with you. Especially if you black, it don't matter who you are. Where are you from? Because I remember days, man, when we had to rely on each other. I'm chucking up the N, I'm chucking up the G, I'm chucking up the B and the C. Niggas that know me know. So I ain't got no time to sit here and fake on nobody out here. Because, nigga, I done broke bread with a lot of niggas. And niggas done broke bread with me, so I have a mutual respect for everybody. So when I walk alone, I have respect. I carry myself with respect. So there's no way in the world I would ever have thought that would have happened, especially when we converse.
So before I ask my next question, I just a quick recap.
Good.
Prior to any of this, you have been having conversations with Wack and Luce Cannon and Mozzie about getting a show on Dosh Network. So again, you are not a stranger to these people. These are not
Correct.
people who you just, oh, I'm mad at Wack because YouTube and I'm finna catch you slipping. Like, it ain't nothing like that. Like, you there for legitimate, you are an invited guest. Luce Cannon invited you up there. You know what I'm saying? He texted you, invited you up there. You talking to him about spreadsheets and numbers. The camera's already rolling. You get sucker punched. What is Wack doing when all this is going on?
I have no idea. I can't say what that man is doing because I'm already, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you in action.
You know, so the only way anybody could tell that is if they look at the tape, from my understanding. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't know who else is what. You know what I mean? That's just my honest opinion. But the crazy thing is, you put a tape up there, I'm pretty sure you can see everything that's going on.
Yeah, so why did they jump on your homie and why they strip him?
Hey, man, that's something you got to ask him. It has nothing to do with anything. It was just my ride down there, bro. He was happy to see Adam. He was happy to meet these gentlemen. Trust me.
Right, so bro went over there thinking that he finna meet people that he can respect on a business level, and he ended up getting strip searched.
Yeah, because he's another gentleman that spends a lot of time in the penitentiary. So, you know, he's another gentleman that want to change his ways. So, you know, of course, as we know it, who are the biggest people on the West Coast? This is one of the biggest people on the West Coast. This is a table that you would like to sit at. And the man, as from my know, you know, did his business. So, you know what I mean? For that to happen, even that environment as a leader, you don't want those type of things happening in your camp, bro. That's not the type of energy you want to bring. Because it's not always, it won't be you that get hurt. It'd be the people that's around you that get hurt. And that's the unfortunate thing about our culture.
Right. It's always the mamas and the babies.
You see what I'm saying? And, the mom, my mom is hurt. My kids is hurt, man. You know, I got a daughter dealing with, her health issues. You see what I'm saying? So, just bad timing, man. You know what I mean? Not just what sometimes people would think. You know what I mean? Because it was no reason.
Right.
If you just listen, I guarantee you, without even me listening to none of these stories, just keep listening and just see how much of it adds up.
Well, what we know for a fact is Wack and Luce Cannon will just tell blatant lies. Like, not misunderstandings, not kind of nots. Like, they will just tell a direct lie, say the sky is pink, and really go outside and stand on it.
Right.
So, we're not expecting their story to make sense. You feel me? We're not expecting them to tell the truth. How can you expect the truth from a liar? You feel me?
Correct. So that's why I stand, like I said again, man. I'm only here, because I know how my family, my kids feel. And, they know I'm not one of them type of people that gets, that allows that, or even put myself in that type of situation. So it's more confusing and upsetting to them that they even have to endure that. And I hate that, like I said, it don't bother me. What I mean by it bothers me. But, I come from this. So, you expect, little things to happen. I done got away with a lot of stuff in my life. So, so sometimes, you got to take, the game God, that's just part of it sometimes.
No, expect the worst, hope for the best.
Exactly. At the same time, I'm not walking in fear, brother, or no other man. I done been on the yard way too long for that. Not only that, I believe in God. That's right there. You see what I'm saying? So that's not where my mindset was. And I'm pretty sure everybody else could see that on the tape. But I'm not in you don't see for one, man, please, my hands is in my jacket if I'm not mistaken. Because it was cold out there for one. So I ain't really tripping. I'm just trying to listen to this conversation. And at some point, I started thinking like, okay, what's the purpose? But at that time, it's already too late.
So, let me ask you this question. Do you plan on suing No Jumper? Or you plan on suing Wack or Luce Cannon or Dosh or whoever?
Like I said before, man, some things I just can't and don't want to touch and don't want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, due to things that's going on. Like I said, I didn't bring this situation up. I am the one that put this on all over social media. So, you know what I mean? Some things just better left unsaid. You know what I mean? So, sometimes you gotta think in life, man, ask yourself, what would y'all do? You know, I'm not saying what I'm doing or nothing like that. I'm just saying though, make it make sense. You know, even to the individual, sometimes you got to think about that. It has nothing to do about being street, being tough, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, some things I just won't talk about, brother. I was instructed not to.
That's a good ass answer.
Man, you know, like I said, man, you know, it's just, you know, some things I just like to move forward on, you know, especially that question.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
when it come down to it, what's understood ain't got to be explained. That's a good ass answer.
Talk about it.
So,
like again, man, I appreciate you, man. I got my kids here, man. You know, they all surrounding me. Want to make sure I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? My mom is here. You know, it's the first of the year, so I hate to cut it short, but you know, if we could wrap it up, you know, we could probably touch bases.
man, nah, we'll chop it up, bro. Go enjoy your family. I appreciate your time, bro. And then again, I mean, obviously, I didn't have nothing to do with it, but man, that's fucked up, bro. I'm sorry that shit happened to you.
Oh man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for tapping in, man, and giving me the platform to explain myself. Not that I needed to explain myself. Like I said, this is more for my kids to have an understanding. You know what I mean? To let them know that, you know, their dad is not somebody out here that's just running wild doing some reckless shit. That's not what I do. And I don't want them to fall into nothing and think they need to go and do something or feel some type of way about, you know, some of this negative stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn the negative into a positive. We're going to keep on shining in life.
Man, you got anything you want to tell people about? Anything you got coming up? Any social media links?
Oh, man, you know, you can tap in with me. Deuce District Entertainment, Deuce District clothing brand, #enough is enough. You know, you can find me on social media, Jreed, same thing, Deuce District, man, just tap in with me. You know, I do have some things coming up. I got new artists on the way coming up the first of the year, new clothing brand, definitely up in the community. You know what I mean? Cleaning up, doing my part. So look forward, tap in, man. Anybody else that want to come and, you know, do future things, man, tap in with me. I'm all there.
All right, bro. Well, there we go right there, man. Be safe out there, Jreed. I appreciate your time, brother.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate everybody in next support, man.
Man, and I'll tap in with you off camera, fool. Be safe out here.
All time, thank you.
And y'all know the deal, man. That's another Trap News Network exclusives coming in. News you can use and knowledge though. You can't get a note. Body's college though. Y'all know the deal, but it's red dots to the left. You know the rest. Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We are gone.